So now that the project is coming to a close, this is just a little bit of overall feedback on the process, what I found out, and the kind of key findings of the project as a whole. So one of the major things that I found out was that Skype can be used as a group, however it is more successful on a kind of one-to-one basis. It's a lot more successful when used indoors with a good Wi-Fi connection. That seems really, really important to the kind of end result and end quality that you're going to get with Skype. One of the other things I found was that Skype can lead to more relaxed rehearsals. So depending on the result that you want to get from your rehearsal kind of depends on how useful Skype will be to you. From my own practice, I found that in physical rehearsals, in a more formal rehearsal space, the improvisations and the moments in rehearsal where the performer was probably more vulnerable through things like hot seating and kind of improvisational exercises that are personal to them, I found that in the rehearsal space the performer performed less well in those tasks. However, on Skype, I found that the performer opened up a lot more and gave a lot more of their kind of personal feeling. I found that the hot seating was a lot more successful on Skype for that reason. Therefore, I feel that Skype is useful for when the performer is more vulnerable and wants to give more kind of personal information through things like emotion memory and things like that. I think Skype can be really, really useful for that. So obviously Skype can be very, very useful for projects that need and plays that need a lot of analysis and more in-depth kind of characterization and motivations. Obviously for Shakespeare I think this is really important. Obviously the language can be a barrier to some performers and to some audiences, so it's important that a lot of characterization and character analysis has been done so that the words aren't just coming off the page meaninglessly, there's actually motivation and intention behind them. And so Skype is actually quite useful for rehearsing and creating Shakespeare.